Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine and it's day 21 of Vlogmas. Oh my goodness, we're so nearly at the end. I've put Gladys on today because I didn't want to subject you to my own hair. I couldn't be bothered to wash it this morning. I only washed it yesterday. I've got a double chocker mocha with a sneaky slug of Baileys in it. We've been busy today. It's about 2:20. Lunchtime rush is finished. We've had egg on toast for those that are vegetarians and bacon sandwiches for those that aren't. But we've been baking this morning and I have made 2 old-fashioned gingerbreads. Here is how I did it. Today we're going to make gingerbread, not gingerbread cookies, but proper gingerbread cake. And I'll just talk you through what I've got. So in this jug here, I have got about 235 millilitres of black treacle. It's supposed to be the same amount of honey, but I'd only got a little bit of honey, so I've made up the difference with some golden syrup. And also in this jug, I have got 225 grams of butter. I've chosen to use salted butter because I do like salt in my sweet things, and this is going to be very sweet. Here we've got about 470 millilitres of milk, and I'm going to add this to these ingredients. I'm just going to leave that little bit in there because I did put a little bit too much in. I'm going to pop this in the microwave to melt the butter and the treacle. So I'm giving that about 2 minutes and I'm going to check on it. In here I've got my dry ingredients. I've got 600 grams of plain flour, or as you Americans call it, all-purpose flour. I've got 4 tablespoons of ground ginger, 4 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, 3 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to whisk these dry ingredients together to mix them up. So while I was preparing all of my ingredients, I've lined 2 loaf tins with baking parchment. This is going to make 2 cakes, and I've got 2 eggs, which I will need in a minute, and 200 grams of dark soft brown sugar. The recipe calls for granulated sugar, but I thought I'd use this because I want this to be really rich and sweet. And we've just got one thing to add to our dry ingredients, which is some crushed black pepper. Unusual, controversial maybe, but could be nice. So I'm just waiting for my butter to finish melting. I've given it another 2 minutes in the microwave. The eggs and sugar just need to be whisked in. You can see the butter has nearly melted. Now we need to pour this into this. Just give that egg a little bit more of a whisk. And my bowl is only just big enough, so I'm going to set to and whisk this together. That took a little bit of work to get the mix all incorporated. There's a few little lumps in there, but I'm hoping they'll disperse as the mixture cooks in the oven. It smells absolutely beautiful. All the scents that you associate with Christmas. Now I've used this big balloon whisk here, but obviously if you wanted to, you could probably go in with a food mixer. It's lovely. The challenge now is going to be to get it into the loaf tins without spilling it. All the while, I don't know whether I've already mentioned, my oven has been on heating up. My oven has been heating up at 180 degrees. So yes, let's see if we can get this bad boy in the cake tins without spilling it. So minimal spillage, I'm quite pleased with that. These are going to go into the oven at 180 degrees for about an hour. Apparently they look slightly raw on top and the inside is perfect. And we've just got this bit of clearing up to do, not too much. So they had exactly an hour. I've put a knife in and the knife came out clean. So I'm hoping they're cooked. And the beauty of using the baking parchment, of course, is that your pans are not too difficult to clean. So the recipe says to leave this for a couple of days before you cut into it. The flavours develop. So I'll perhaps come back in a later vlog and tell you what it tasted like. So Mr. Paper&Twine is subscribed to somebody called Adam Ragusea on YouTube. He is an American of Italian descent, and he has a food channel. He's a very interesting guy. He was a journalist and he's very good at talking, very good at putting films together. And it's what I've done is based on his recipe. So if I've got time, I will put it in the description box for you. I am going to upload it as a separate video, so I'll probably put the measurements in that, but I do give the quantities. Yeah, so it says to leave it for 2 or 3 days for best. It smells amazing, so we'll have to wait and see. I was very tired after my trip to Birmingham yesterday. I've seen a couple of notifications come up on my phone that people have commented. I haven't looked at the comments yet. But yeah, it was quite sad going back to Birmingham, actually. I mean, it is my home city. It's where I'm from, and I know it very well. I was really disappointed. I showed you my favourite shop, Cos, or Cos, some people say. And my next favourite shop is a ladies' shop called Jigsaw. I used to shop there a lot when I was working. They do smart casual things. This vest top is actually from Jigsaw. It's very old, but I can get into it now. And the one in Birmingham, where it used to be, has closed. It was a beautiful building as well. It was a double-storey building, a very big store. Yeah, so I don't know whether there is a Jigsaw anywhere else in Birmingham. I think Selfridges stock them. But yeah, I was so tired. I stayed up till about 10 o'clock and watching a really lovely comedy on BBC called Bump. It's Bump or The Bump. And it's an Australian sitcom about a schoolgirl who gives birth at school. She doesn't realise she's pregnant. And it's very funny. And it's about her life as a newbie mother. Yeah, it's really lovely. So I watched one of those before I went to bed, and then I was out like a light. When Mr. Paper&Twine came back from badminton, I hardly stirred, and I slept the sleep of the dead, I think. I did wake up at 6 o'clock, but didn't get up till about 8:30. I just languished in bed. I just obviously needed that time. But we have done quite a few bits and pieces. Hold on. Blue is meowing to be let out. It's like having a toddler. She'll be meowing to be let back in a minute. Anyway, I've made 4 little diaries this morning using paper from Echo Park, which was a prize. I think it was from Zushi Hooshi, but I guess it came from Cheryl Simone Crafts. And they're just these little diaries that are £1 from the works. And I've done this for my one niece who likes wearing makeup and just get dressed up. It's got my little stamp on the back. This is for my friend Tina, who always makes the best of herself. I've never seen her without makeup. She's beautiful, and she likes her clothes, so I've done that for her. Again, it's got my little thing on the back. This is for my other niece, Becky. Don't be like the rest of them, darling. Grace Kelly said that. And then this is for my friend Katie, who I'm seeing tomorrow. Oh, she does sometimes watch, so I hope she doesn't watch this. I've got something else for her as well, which I won't show you. But she's a Body Shop consultant, so I thought that was quite apt for her. On a bad day, there's always lipstick. So I've done those this morning. We're feeling quite pleased. We've just got to do some wrapping. Yes, I think if I can wrap and label, I know where I am. So we'll pop those out of the way. The knitting is coming on quite well. This is the hat that I've done for Catherine, Harry's girlfriend. I'm going to make her some earrings as well. I think she likes earrings, so I might make her some washi tape ones. So that's that one. And I think that is supposed to be the right side. On the one that I showed you that I did for Ella, I had it that way. So there's that. Then I've done this one. This is going to be for one of my nieces. I don't know which one. Possibly Rachel, I don't know. But I've chosen to do that way. And then the final one is still on the needles for the other niece. So it's that one again with the orange and the yellow in it. It'll get done. You know, I reckon tonight in front of the TV and tomorrow night in front of the TV will be done. I've only got 10 centimetres to knit, and you know, the making up is minimal because there's no seam. It's just threading through the stitches that are left and sewing the pom-pom on. So that's that. I've just finished filming, quite excited. I've just finished filming a tutorial for Craft World. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to go up, sometime in the new year, I think. It's to coincide with issue 104 of Creative Stamping. I mean, if they choose to use it, they might not use it, but yeah, so I've got to just edit that together. It's only short, and send that to the editor. All my Christmas cards are done, in the post. The rest are on the floor looking at me. I'm going to put them somewhere out of the way till next year. It is time, because I've been waffling on and I've still got things to do on my list. It is time to do the advents. Let's just get a bit of card or paper. Hold on. No, I don't want that one. We'll have this bit of scrap paper here. Right, so we've got day 9 from yesterday of Penmas. Could be 6, but I think it's 9. Two pens. Oh, did have a bit of black as well somewhere. Where's that gone? Oh dear, I can't reach. There it is. You've got a nice view of my cleavage, and it looks like we've got a, oh, this is an outline marker. Does this need to be primed first? Oh, it's metallic. Oh, look at that. So it's like a fluorescent, but it's metallic. That's nice. I like that. And then this, is this the same make? No, but it is actually the same make. What am I talking about? Let's prime this one. I've got itchy nose. My skin, after wearing that mask all day yesterday, really dreadful. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup today. I'm probably not going to wear any makeup until Christmas Day, perhaps, although we tend to wear our pajamas on Christmas Day. So do I need to oh, it's just starting to come through now. Talk amongst yourselves. So this looks like a brighter green. Come on. It is coming through slowly, but oh, there we go. Yeah, it just needs a bit of help. But can you see on there the darker green? Let's see what it looks like on black. It needs a bit of help, I think. It's not showing up very well on the black. It's nice. I think it's quite good fun penmas, and it wasn't terribly expensive compared to what some people pay for Advents. There was one in Selfridges yesterday, a beauty one. It might have been Molten Brown, I don't know, 250 quid. They haven't reduced it yet. They'd got some in Hotel Chocolat as well, reduced, but I couldn't see the prices, and I don't like to ask, and I don't like to buy if I don't know how much it costs. Oh, that was today's we've just done for Penmas. This is yesterday's Penmas. So all these cute little bags. I'm minded to keep them, but I'm also aware of being a hoarder. These look interesting. Cocoa Hero. Oh, this is a Zig pen, a letter pen. That's it in the package. Very interesting. Let's get in. Let's get in. I hope everybody's well. I spoke to my mum on the phone yesterday. She phoned me by mistake. She was trying to phone my dad and phoned me. Oh, that feels nice. So I had a brief word with her. I was just about to get on the train, and I phoned her today. I spoke to my dad last night, and he said, oh, I see, this goes in here, I think. He said he'd spoken to somebody at the hospital, and it looks as if they're going to move mum to a rehabilitation place, and it could be months before she comes home. So I spoke to mum today, and tried to, it's difficult, and she said she'd spoken to the doctor today, and he'd said that they're going to move her tomorrow somewhere else, possibly, and yeah, it could be as long as 3 months. Whether we'll be able to visit in this new place, I don't know. Let's hope so, because it must be really awful for her not being able to see anybody, just hospital staff, because she's in a room on her own. So it's not like being on a ward where at least, you know, there's other patients around you can have a chat to. And of course she's not mobile, so she's not seeing anybody. It must be awful. And she hasn't got the wherewithal to do technology like FaceTime or Zoom or anything like that. So yeah, it's hard, really hard. Anyway, what will be, will be. Now, I think this is a bit cheeky because you're supposed to get 2 pens a day. And what we've got today is a barrel and a pen. However, this looks lovely. It looks sparkly red. So, I'm not quite sure how this works. Does that fit in there like that? And then that fit. I'm going to figure it out and come back because I don't want to waste lots of time. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to switch you off then. I'll figure it out and come back at the end. Right, I want to move that out of the way so you don't see it and I don't get stuff on it. Let's do elderflower stitches. So yesterday's elderflower stitches. Oh, I got a little chalky chalk. I got a little chalky chalk. Nice. That is lovely. Let's find some white card. You'd think by now I'd be a bit more organised, wouldn't you? There, look at that deliciousness. Really, really lovely. And I did have a look at the other yarn yesterday from the other box, and it might be too pale. I don't know. I need to look at it all together and see what's what. But I'm sure there'll be enough here to do the northeasterly blanket. And I do like the little attention to detail with the ribbon. So this one is called Chocolate Tree Decorations, and that's why we've got that. That's lovely. Let's pop that back in there. Does it say 20 on the label? Yes, it does. That's handy. That is that. Let's do yesterday's. No, today's. Oh, we've got another chocolate. And of course, it's the shortest day today, isn't it? The least amount of daylight hours. So from tomorrow, they start getting longer again. We'll be on the road to summer. Right, so this ties in very nicely with yesterday. So you can see that colour fade going on there. What's this one called? The purple one. Because that's what this one's called from Quality Street, isn't it? The purple one. Nice. We've got 2 chockies to eat. I might have another sneaky chock-a-mocha. Right, so we've just got today's Sherry Iris to do, because we did yesterday's and it was lovely shades of green and brown. Do you want the story first? Oh, it's quite a big one. Oh gosh, it is quite a big one. Let me get my eye in. This is called A Day to Remember. The next morning, Arthur, ably assisted by Freddie, was unanimously appointed as chief coordinator of plans to get them all home, because of course they've been stuck in the barn, haven't they? He was rather pleased about this, as you may imagine. The plank across the door was still firmly shut, but a determined crew of mice had dug out a little exit. The snow had stopped and the sun on the snow made for a crisp, bright day. However, all thought of going home was dismissed, and the animals prepared to spend the day and another night at Drewston Hall. Outside, the animals waited patiently for the Kenton family and friends to skate on the frozen lake so that they could take their turn. The day cast a golden hue as the shadows lengthened. Copperfield, wearing his foxglove mitts, had fallen in a pond last year and would have none of it. He watched from the shore, anxiously tapping his feet until all had returned safely. In addition, he was still wearing his Robin Hood attire and didn't want to spoil it. Rides were taken on the backs of Charlie and Marcus, who, as I'm sure you've guessed, was wearing a rather wonderful necktie for the occasion, in a festive damson check. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, Copperfield saw somebody he recognised and hopped closer to get a view towards a cottage on the edge of the snow-covered lawn. To his astonishment, he saw Tommy and Florence in the snow, with Beth and Joe, with little Alfie in his arms close behind. He jumped up and down to get their attention. It was too dangerous for him to get any closer, as the snow was so deep. As the little family returned to the cottage from their walk, Beth's eyes were drawn towards the lake at the bottom of the sweeping slope. She looked again. It couldn't be. She could have sworn that she could see that little rabbit, all dressed in green, jumping up and down. So I'm going to figure out my pen and then I'll be back. It was really simple. So that's what it looks like. And it's a lovely pinky reddy colour. And it has got a very faint shimmer. So that'll be going in the pen pot. Lots of nice pens to play with. And I didn't really show you today's bag. It's this lovely aubergine polka dot. I do like that colour. Do you like my cardigan, by the way? I've had this a very long time. It's kind of like a little short waterfall cardigan. But I like it because it kind of reminds me of Christmas with a little bit of red and green. Anyway, I didn't show you the yarn from Sherry Iris today. We didn't open it. Oh, it's peeking out already. Oh, that's nice. So, a little bit of chocolatey brown, purpley aubergine colours, and the gold and cream. Really lovely. We're having leftover spag bowl for tea tonight because Mr. Paper&Twine cooked loads on Sunday. We're just going to cook some fresh spaghetti. So nothing much to do for dinner. I will get this uploaded and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm seeing my friend Katie tomorrow mid-morning. Oh, and the other thing I meant to tell you, the oven man didn't come on Thursday. I was expecting him any time from 3:30, and it got to 5:45, and I rang him and got voicemail and said, oh, I hope you're all right. I was expecting you today. Can you give me a call back? And I've not heard anything. I've tried again, just got answer machine. So looks like I'm gonna have to clean my oven myself. Not a job I look forward to. Boo-hoo. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank God this is nearly over. You're thinking, oh, but you know, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. Nobody is holding a gun to your head. You choose to click on this video. I don't make you. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.